I don't know how this happened. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live, resuming the docket. The court is calling Caleb Wickland, case number U558972220. Caleb Dunsky Wickland. The charge is entering a vacant dwelling without the owner's written permission. If Caleb Dunsky Wickland is in the virtual courtroom, please say your name for the record.
Caleb Wickland.
All right, Mr. Wickland, who's representing Mr. Wickland?
I am, Your Honor. Lawrence Shulman on behalf of Mr. Wickland.
Mr. Shulman, this was a date and time for trial. You have been here since early this morning, 8:30, but your client was not. So the court was prepared to adjourn this matter, even though the police officer has not shown up. You are representing to me as an officer of the court that your client had a mix-up with the notice today. Is that right?
That's correct. It was sent to his mother's address, and I think that there was a mix-up on getting the date to him. So I've been trying to reach him, and I did reach him, and he's now on the line. I would ask for a dismissal, Your Honor.
Mr. Wickland, did you give your P number for the record, sir?
Oh, Shulman.
Shulman, I'm sorry.
Sure. P45075.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Shulman, the court will grant that motion and dismiss this matter. Is there any bond to be returned to Mr. Wickland?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Wickland, did I have you say your name for the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so then you may disconnect. Thank you. The court is also calling the next three cases. Melody Walker, case number SP9641311. Melody Kaylin Walker. The charge is allowing a driver, unlicensed driver, to drive. Is Melody Walker in the virtual courtroom?
I'm so sorry. I thought it was the 19th.
Please mute your devices.
Yeah, no, you got the
I need your devices muted.
But you're dismissed, so the case is gone.
Mr. Shulman, can you hear me?
Okay, man.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'll talk to you.
All right, bye.
Melody Walker, if you're in the virtual courtroom, I saw you waving, man, but we need your audio response. Can you unmute yourself and give your name?
Yes, ma'am. If it pleases the court, my name is Melody Kaylin Walker.
Thank you, Miss Walker. You were doing the breaststroke or something, trying to get
Because I was trying to get the attention of the attorney because I knew he didn't hear us. So I was like, he can't hear us. Can he see me?
Thank you. All right, court is also calling Johnny Winfrey. Johnny Winfrey, case number SP105976661. Johnny Lorenzo Winfrey. The charge is open alcohol in a motor vehicle, driver with open alcohol in a motor vehicle. If Mr. Johnny Winfrey is in the virtual courtroom, please identify yourself by saying your name.
Yes, this is Johnny Lorenzo Winfrey.
Thank you, Mr. Winfrey. And the court is also calling case number SX1102291, Aaliyah Michelle Wells. The charge is no operator's license on person. Is Ms. Wells in the virtual courtroom? If so, please identify yourself by saying your name.
Yes, good morning. My name is Aaliyah Michelle Wells.
Thank you. Who's representing these three defendants?
Your Honor, my name is Philip X. Walling, P35229. I do confess I haven't talked to these three because I understand for a variety of reasons these matters are all to be dismissed.
That is correct. That the court has that information, and the recommendation is from the prosecutor. So all of these cases read into the record for Melody Walker, Johnny Winfrey, and Aaliyah Wells are dismissed pursuant to the prosecutor's recommendation. Did any of you pay bond?
Yes,
I
they did, Your Honor, but for Aaliyah Wells, her case will be dismissed because there was no officer.
Oh, no police officer. Okay, I'm sorry. No police officer. So Ms. Wells, that dismissal is without prejudice. It means the people may bring it again. The court is merely dismissing it because the officer failed to appear. Now, Madam Clerk, did Ms. Wells have a bond?
Yes, she did, Your Honor, and she also has to pay a $45 reinstatement fee, so we will take that out of her bond.
Okay, so the reinstatement fee is Secretary of State mandatory fee. The court doesn't have any jurisdiction to waive that fee. And even when your matter is dismissed, the Secretary of State requires that fee be paid. So we will deduct that from your bond and refund the remainder.
Okay, Your
And-
Honor.
And for Johnny Winfrey, Your Honor, his was dismissed per officer.
All right. Mr. Winfrey, the court will dismiss your matter. I believe that officer said he didn't have any recollection. Is that right, Madam Clerk?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, and for Melody,
For Melody Walker, hers was dismissed, recommendation of the state prosecutor. She does have a $45 bond. I'm sorry, a $45 reinstatement fee, and she posted a bond. So we would take the $45 out of that bond and return the remaining.
all right, Ms. Walker. Any questions from
Yes.
any of you? If not,
Yes,
oh, Ms. Wells,
yes, okay. So when I go to Secretary of State, will I be able to apply for my license and get my tags and my tags and plates?
I cannot really give you that information because I don't know whether you have any other open matters.
I
that
don't,
would
Your Honor.
prevent-
And
If
this
it-
is what, I don't, I'm sorry, Your Honor. The Secretary,
Well, to piggyback off of her, I don't know what happened, but for instance, like this is the only case that I have. So would I
If
be
you have
able?
no other cases
Yeah.
in any other jurisdiction, not just Wayne County, not
Right.
just Detroit, but if you don't have any other cases in any other jurisdiction, Oakland County, Macomb County, Livingston County, then you should be clear to receive your license. But the
Okay.
court doesn't have anything to do with reinstating licenses. That
Right.
is strictly the Secretary of State. That office is the only office that can let you know whether you are clear to get your license reinstated.
Okay.
All I can tell you is if all your tickets and fines have been paid in the 36th District Court. And we don't see any other matters for you here. Is that right, Madam Clerk?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Any other matters open in 36th District Court that you see in our system for Ms. Walker?
Your Honor, honestly, I have not looked. She can go online to 36districtcourt.org, and then it will let her know if she has anything else remaining.
Okay, this was the only thing before us this morning. So that's all I know, Ms. Walker, as of now. But just check on the website, that's the clerk's advice, to
Yes,
see whether
ma'am.
anything else is out there.
Now, one more quick question. How would I get the payment back for my bond I posted?
By mail. The court will send it to you by mail if we have your correct address. Don't give it out online, but if you got your notice,
Yes,
then you will get,
that'd be the
bond.
address it goes to. That's perfect.
okay. All right, ma'am, you may disconnect.
Thank you so much, Judge. You guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, ma'am, you too. Jalen Walker, case number
That's officer.
207041681, Jalen Odell Walker. The charge is reckless driving. Is Mr. Walker in the virtual courtroom? Please say your name for the record.
Jalen Walker.
Thank you.
Rex Walling, representing Mr. Walker, Your Honor. Today's an arraignment on the.
P number, please.
35229. I've done it once already. Anyway,
Mr. Walling, I'm sorry, sir, Madam Court Reporter likes it to be repeated. I know it's repetitious, but she likes it to be repeated so that she can have an accurate transcript, and
No
it has to be in the transcript. Okay,
no problem.
okay.
P35229. Now,
Thank
Mr. Walker's here for an arraignment on a bench warrant. Your Honor, we'd waive any kind of formal reading. Stand mute at this time. Ask the court to recall the bench warrant and set this matter for a pretrial.
All right, Mr. Walker, the court will recall the bench warrant. We will enter a not guilty plea for you. We will give you a pretrial date on which to return. Madam Clerk, what's that date, please?
Your Honor, that date is June the 7th.
June 7, 2021, 8:30 in the morning. Mr. Walker, it will be a Zoom connection as of now. If that changes, we will let you know.
Can I have that
by
repeated,
mail.
please?
June 7,
So,
2021, 8:30 in the morning. June 7. All right, sir.
and
Any
if it
other-
was possible, I wanted to know what was my status as of right now.
What status? You mean, do you have a driver's license?
Yes.
I don't know that, but I don't think you do until this matter has been resolved. But you would need to, will the website tell him whether his license is suspended, Madam Clerk, or does he have to call Secretary of State? Do you
Clerk
know,
is on the
Mr.
line.
Walling?
I believe, Your Honor, I don't know the answer to that while this is pending, Your Honor.
I doubt it, Mr. Walker, but I can't tell you for certain, and you need to know for certain.
So, Your Honor, his license are in suspension.
They're suspended, sir.
Okay. And there's no type of appeal process to get a temporary reinstatement?
It
While
would
trial
be
is pending?
through the Secretary of State. Occasionally, I have known the Secretary of State to give, restricted licenses so that you can only drive to work and back. But it's been a while since I've heard someone say they had a restricted license. So I'm not sure if they still do that. You would have to check through the Secretary of State's office. In fact, if you look on the website, it may tell you whether you can get a restricted license and what the criteria would be. I don't know that either. But, oftentimes you can look at the website and find information like that. But if
Okay,
not,
thank
you
you.
would have to make an appointment and check with them. And they
Thank
do
you.
that. The court doesn't do that.
Okay.
All right, sir. If you have no other questions, you may disconnect.
Okay,
Thank you
thank you.
very
Have a good
much.
day.
Thank you. The court is calling Husani Webb. Case number 204142861. Husani Webb driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. Is Husani Mwaba Webb in the virtual courtroom? If so, please say your name for the record. Mr. Webb. Did we lose Mr. Webb, Madam Clerk?
Your Honor, it looks as if we lost Mr. Webb.
All right, then, the court is calling. Mr. Webb, was the date and time for trial today, ma'am?
No, Your Honor, he was here for a pretrial.
Okay, so we need to give Mr. Webb an adjourned date, and the court is calling Alicia Wright. Alicia Wright, and that case number is
Lanisha, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
Lanisha. Is it Lanisha?
Yes, with an L.
Okay, Lanisha Wright. SP 10770-941. Lanisha Yvette Wright. The charge is driver's license suspended. Count 2, that same ticket. Driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 3 of the same ticket is no operator's license on person. Also SP 2572091, same defendant driving an unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count 2 of that same ticket, no insurance. And count 3 of that same ticket, no operator's license on person. Also 144525271. No operator's license on person. That is a review for today. And count 2 of that same ticket, open alcohol in a motor vehicle, driver. That also is a review today.
And Your Honor, for those 2 review dates, I checked this morning and they are paid off, and I did close those review dates out.
All right, so the
Thank you
last
so
2
much.
matters are closed. Is Miss Lanisha Yvette Wright in the virtual courtroom? If so, please give your name for the record. Miss Lanisha Yvette Wright. Did we lose Miss Wright? Apparently so. So we need to give Miss Wright an adjourned date. Is there anyone else to come before the court at this time? Those are the only matters I have.
Our trial.
Other than Mr. Massey. And we need the
Excuse me.
prosecutor.
Yeah, excuse me, Your Honor. This is Johnny Winfrey. Am I
Mr.
still on?
Oh,
Mr. Winfrey, we dismissed your case.
Okay. I just didn't know if I was free to go. I'm sorry.
You're free to go, sir. Thank you. Your case is dismissed.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. Y'all have
All
a great
right,
day.
sir. Thank you. So I don't know, we lost some people, they dropped off.